Welcome to Gerald Johan van Waas Educational Channel. Today I will also talk about the method Sound in Form, which is now in a book form, a double volume of over 600 pages, how to learn gradually the talent, how to use this method. The method has to be learned gradually, slowly, so I didn't make it very easily, but when you read everything through gradually, you will learn to remember the most important features, how to express words into forms, and how to combine letters and sounds correctly. And in my guidance of my videos, I will help you and guide you even better. So this method is, you can call it a controlled synesthesia. It's not spontaneous as synesthesia is, but it's learned, and you learn it gradually by remembering the associations, and gradually also learn why these associations are there. So it's a thought process. I didn't write it correctly, and so that you can transform the words by visualization, but also at the same time understand what happens in the forms, so that it can lead to a methodical attention to your results that are guided by your understanding. I hope I will make some, especially the videos at this point will be the best guidance, I think. So don't forget to watch the videos when you purchase the book. In general, the method is a method with which you understand the underlying meanings of words. So why does every word fit exactly to the object or subject that it refers to? Most easy it is, of course, to learn to make the formation process and follow the process and learn to do this yourself. So the forms that are created first by your imagination, so how you associate the letters correctly and combine them well. So just solely the forms themselves already is already a focus, which is most important in this method, even more important than the underlying meaning. So first try to make these words by learning the method. So without much effort, you can analyze the content afterwards. But I will make it first the prior focus in this video, especially the example of how do you form words. The first word that came to mind spontaneously in my mind was the word cow. So I thought, okay, I will use this word, a very simple word again. So how could you, for God's sake, see a cow in this word with just these three letters? Because it's not easy if you just analyze the letters separately. But here I will tell you, guide you how you can do this and understand this. We know already from the theory that the K, as the letter which you hear, is something that breaks apart. Mostly it is in this form that is the basic that you can use to break things apart. So the most simple form how you can express it. It's written as a C, but it is expressed by hearing as a K. The C is also breaking apart, but it is much more complicated. It is actually a partial element of some further continuation, which is only expressed, which only expressed a small part of a bigger whole. It's also, so you know immediately, like you break one thing apart, not because it's different, but because it is part of something bigger. So that's the first letter we already, so the K form, there will be a K form of the C. The second letter is written as a O, so we will use the written letter first. So it's always a space, a region somewhere, and the W is always a kind of leftover effect. Here you have the form which expresses this W very well. But the second thing you have to do if you change the letters into forms is you have to combine them. So if you combine the meanings, I have to combine the forms, starting from the C, ending in the W. So that has to be the effect. So the starting point, the middle point, and the after effect has to be recognizable. So in the W, we already can express it quite easily as a kind of C breaking part, as C, K, a combination, or as a W combined, so as a kind of loose form, a weak form, that is a kind of surplus which is surrounding, so the effect after effect around a circle, but it also has to express something that it hangs barely together, so it's not a very fluent form always. It has to be a bit gibberish, so it falls slightly apart. So that's something we remember. This is the third letter that we have to express, and here it is already a kind of combination of the three letters together, but the effect still is the W. So here we start the K as a C, so it's more a rounded K form that changes it into a O. The O is longer, so it is a double O here, which again is connected like the C and split in. Here it is not split into two forms, but in just one form, just to as a continuation. And the end effect is kind of repetition of the first thing, but it is in different parts. So you have the C and the COO in the middle and the COW in the end. It looks already slightly in the direction of a cow, because this pattern is going to reveal itself slowly the more you understand what is going on in this word. If you focus a little bit more on the O's in the middle, the connection points that in the O's together are expressed a little bit like that, you can see. But here the expression is with the most focus on the O. But we could also remember that the cow is not expressed as co, but as cow. So there has to be an A. It has to be a little bit more like an A. The A is always the materialization of something. So here the logic of the system is like that the O's are like the empty spaces and the A's are like the materializations of the black spaces, so the white space or the black spaces. So there has to be a form that materializes itself better. So that's also, you have to remember, it has to be in it because it's more like an A than an O. If it's just a small part in it, okay, we have these spots in the object. Some of the cows have these kind of spots, so that fits, this pattern fits in the beginning. The cow, the 1/3 in the word, it fits as a part, it fits quite well. And the last pattern, if we focus totally on the effect, where the W is most dominant, you also have different forms. So you can see, even in focusing on somewhere in the word, the forms are different and they still fit with the object. And the middle part, as you can see, is more this, when it fits to the O thing, the cooperation thing. You can see in that expression, that's the middle thing. So now we have to find the combination which fits to all the parts in the word. So we have the cow with the W at the end, the cow in the starting point, and the co, which is more the hollow part or the white part the lighter part, and then the W somewhere around it as the effects. So with a more focus on the A, we have a form which takes a form. With more focus on the emptiness of the O, it's more like co. And in combination, cow, as it is expressed, with the effects on the end, you have a kind of form like this. And then we can find its features, the features of the cow, more or less. The form starts to fit quite well with the cow. It's a bit superficial. It's not saying a lot, but it goes into the direction of what we are expressing into the form. So how do you find these features? Remember how this controlled synesthesia, or the soundiform method, we can learn to develop our sense of synesthesia. Also, thanks to my book, I have a lot of association. If you go through it, you will remember spontaneously a lot of it. It will ask a lot of discipline just to read it. Let it seep in, and only after a while it will start to develop yourself. That didn't make it easy to the people, but I think I will at some point I will make a simple book as well, so where you can. The theory book is meant to really learn all the associations, and you have to unlearn a lot of things also before you can do this. At the end, only at the end, you will find your own logic. This logic is not the rational logic, but it is like a talent, as the way like you create art. So how can you combine certain things? You cannot do that totally rationally, but it is an intellectual gift. It's not just sensibility. It also has a rational aspect in it, so that you can combine and understand what you're doing. So this logic can be learned. It will take maybe a couple of years before you are able to do that, but then you can come to results like this. It's just a form, but the cow form is recognizable in the word. If you have the word, you can and you visualize what is happening in the word. In the end, you will almost see the cow appearing, the cow form appearing. The C, the co, the W, or the cow in the middle, with a more A, so the part which has more form, materialization of the form, will all become visible. Okay, thanks for watching again. This was another example of the theory, how you can use it in a practical way. It didn't show any miracles, but it shows you how your mind chooses words deliberately, and in fact it fits with the associations that are meant to be there. The double volume, volume 1 and 2, is already available at Trafer Publications, and you can also find it on several distributors. In the European parts is Amazon and Bol.com, I think. But the separate parts, the first theory that you have to learn, and then the letters and scripts and other theories that exist that are somewhat related, will be in the second volume. You can also find them as separate volumes. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This was another video, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Welcome to visit it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.